Well, welcome to Kingdom Adventures. We're starting this indie camper review at the Frankfurt location. I felt like I was shooting an undercover video here. That's why I'm whispering. The girl was in the back. And I shot this while she was doing the paperwork. This is the inside of the warehouse.
And this is our new van.
This is the van I thought I was going to get, but the water pump stayed on, and I'm glad I looked it up. This is a common problem for the VW California.
It's a little dirty.
So make sure you do your research. So we got to talk about indie camper because I got a completely different camper van. Let me just give you my honest review and take on it because the girl was frazzled and she just threw all the stuff in and she's like, "You good to go?" I asked her about the vignette, which you need to go into Switzerland and Austria and different nations. She straight lied to my face. I asked her, I was like, I see the other camper vans had multiple stickers. I was like, is there a vignette for I'm going to be going to Austria and Switzerland? And she's like, no, those stickers are for our service records, which that's a vignette. I didn't know that's what they look like, but now I know. I'm thankful that Christy looked it up. But the first van, let me just tell you what happened. So I got there, my check-in time. First one wasn't clean, she had to clean it. And then we got in the van, started going through it, and she lied again to me. And I've done enough camping that your water pump shouldn't just stay running. And so here's the inside of our little camper van. We're still getting organized, but so here's the water sink, right? Well, the other one, when you turn it on, you turn this on and the pump kicks off, right? So it pressurizes and then it turns off. But she's like, the other camper van stayed running, and she's like, no, it's supposed to stay running the whole time. That's how it runs, and that's not how it works. So I got online. You really gotta research this stuff and educate yourself because they'll just tell you whatever you want to hear. And I read online, and this is the VW California, yeah, that it's actually a common problem that the water pump stays running due to a soldering issue. That's the fridge. We got some food in there. But she lied to my face again and said it's supposed to stay running the whole time. That would have drained our battery and probably burned out the water pump in the long run. So also I switched the tank. I did that. She had some other customers come in. She started helping them. And so I was like, I'll do the propane tank. The van came to us dirty. It came with 40 kilometers, which is like nothing, to empty. So I had to like scramble to try to find a gas station. The whole I got there at 2:30. I didn't get out of there until 5:30. Maybe later, 5:45, but it was just super unprofessional. And what really gets me is the multiple lying to my face, so now I asked for the vignette and there's none on there. That's an old one, isn't even valid. So now we have to buy one and try to get it reimbursed by their corporate office, which I think their main campus is in Portugal.
And we contacted them via chat and they didn't even really respond.
Yeah, the chat they just sent you a link. They don't really know. It's somewhere in India, a call center. So this is our home for the next 15 days or so, or 14 days.
Yeah, and
the van is nice. It just came to us dirty. And she's like, you don't even need to return it clean. It just sweep it out kind of. As long as anything's not broken. And so it's super unprofessional. The facility was just thrown together, and they were just throwing stuff in through the cords in here. You're like, you're good to go? I'm like, she just wanted to get rid of me pretty much, because I actually checked out the items, and you really got to be thorough. So make sure if you're renting from Indie Camper, the water pump should, yeah, no matter what, if you're renting, the water pump should turn off. Check the gas. I compared it to another tank to make sure, because she said it was brand new, but obviously you can't trust what they say, which is sad, you know. And so it's just kind of discouraging. It's got a slide out table. Maybe we'll do some more videos of it once we kind of get set up. But yeah, now we're here, we're filled up, and we got to buy some of the border crossing vignettes, and hopefully we get them reimbursed. So we'll give you an update a little bit more of how that submittal process went and how long it took to get the money back. So stay tuned for that. This is the Indie Camper review, the truth behind the scenes. Well, there we go. We paid $53 for these two.
53 euro.
53 euro, excuse me. Thank God Christy looked it up. Tell them how much the fines would be if you don't have that.
Oh, if you don't have a vignette for Austria, the fine can go up to 3,000 euro. And if you don't have it for Switzerland, the fine can be up to 240 euro. Or Swiss franc, which is almost like $300, probably.
Yeah.
US.
So if you don't have this, which she told me that this was a maintenance sticker, which is a lie, straight from the pit. It could have been, we could have been out $3,300 USD. And so, yeah, Indie Camper lied again. So, gotta definitely do your research. So here's our camper van. Let's go through some of the things we like and dislike about this VW California Ocean Edition. What I like, first of all, is that up here, chairs, and in the door. If you rent from Indie Camper, you can get a porta potty added on for extra. Gas is in here. I gotta turn that off anyways. Screw this lid open. Make sure that they give you a full one. And now that's off. I had to install it myself. This girl was overwhelmed. But that's okay. So that's cool. That's the closet. Here's another closet with a shower attachment. This pops open, the light comes on. Kind of cool to brush your teeth and whatnot. So you plug in the shower right there. This is what they give you at Indie Camper. They gave us 2 forks, 1 knife. You know, it's just kind of pieced together, leftover stuff. So make sure you get what you want. You definitely want to get a coffee, a mocha pot. It's an espresso thing, percolator. That saved a lot of money instead of going out to getting coffee. So make sure you grab a coffee when you're there. And if you don't say what you want, you ain't gonna get it. So make sure you communicate. Let's go in. So to put the keys in to pop the rooftop tent, We won't pop it, but I'll show you how it works. This right here means the fridge is on, and we had no problem because we did a lot of miles. I think we did, at the end, we'll probably do almost 3,200 kilometers, right? Yeah. So it's got this screen. It's pretty simple to use, level. You have to have the ignition on to show what, there's no leveling blocks. So you either got to use a rock or just deal with it. We pretty much just dealt with it. Oh. And then camping mode is nice. They didn't go through any of this. We just had to figure it out. We turned everything, all the lights off just to save battery, and you can activate that. And then when you open the doors like this, the lights aren't going to be on in the cabin or outside or anything like that. So we activate that. What else do you need to know? Oh, refrigerator. We had it on 3. Any higher than 3 for us, your stuff's going to be frozen. So that's just good to know. Unless you want frozen stuff, which we had mostly meat, so it was good. But auxiliary heater we did use, which is crazy. We used auxiliary heater. We were in Switzerland in the Italian Dolomites, Alps there, and we needed the heater in early morning. But now we are sweating hot, so there is no air conditioning unless you run the vehicle, or I would assume you plug in and there's a unit in the back there, but unless you're running it, it doesn't work. So doesn't work off the battery, yeah, the storage. So then popping the tent is like that. You're gonna click open and then push the button. Make sure you have this closed. Pro tip here, we had to learn. Never leave it even crack like that if you're sleeping on the bottom or whatever, because condensation, right? Yeah, it just gets all moisture up in there, and then we shut it in the morning, and we were driving, and it poured out on my wife's head. So yeah, and your windows, when you're sleeping in here with all the windows shut, it does fog up, but that's not a big problem. Another thing we don't like, speaking of heat, is there's no mesh or anything to keep the bugs out, or ventilation. So you kind of just have to deal with it. But like, see, like this window here, there's no way to keep the bugs out. So you just got to embrace it to get a flow. So you're just open to the elements. Here's the sink. So
The tent is not waterproof.
yeah, the tent's not waterproof. We got stuck. It's probably semi-waterproof, but it did, when we had thunder and lightning, it started to come in and soak the pad. But it was hot enough here in Italy to dry it out pretty quick. So here's the stove you get. Another thing we didn't like about it, but it worked. It served its purpose. But because you're here and your sleeping area and sitting area is right here, you do get splatter everywhere. So it'd be nice. Some of the vans we saw have this cooking area over here, or you can flip it out. And yeah, so that's it. Oh, they didn't tell us this, but this is good to know. Gas, so when you travel, you can turn it off like that instead of going to the back where I showed you earlier. I didn't know that, so I was just going back there when I drive to turn it off every time. And if you have clothes there, it's a pain in the butt, so keep that in mind. And then they didn't tell us this. Down here is where you dump your water. So if you want to dump it, you just turn it open like that. Ours is empty. But if you wanted to do that, you would just go on and off. So that's the on-off valve. They didn't tell us that, but that's how you do it. Okay. The table, ours got stuck. They'll have to figure that out. I don't know why. It doesn't go back. But check out the fridge. Yeah. Fridge worked for us pretty well. It's pretty deep. And it's got this movable basket. We got stocked up on Swiss chocolate for the family, other goodies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's cold in there, worked pretty good, and we left it running the whole time without a problem. So, you know, you just have to keep those things in mind. Oh, the table was here. I didn't show you. And it pops out of here. I won't take it out. You can figure that out pretty easy. And then to lower this, you pull this thing and it goes flat, and then you can adjust it and it slides on this rail. Sometimes it gets stuck. And then there's another big storage here. That's where we kept the water and power. We never used it. And dirty shoes, yeah. We use this in Switzerland and Italy. They have just fountains you can just kind of hook that up to and fill. So that's pretty much the tour there, and some of the things that you want to look out for. Again, Indie Camper said that the water pump would stay running. That's not true. You can see it kicks on and then it stops pumping. So we covered that in another video, or I put them together. I'll put them together. And that's pretty much it. Anything you want to add, Christy?
No.
It's pretty good overall?
It's pretty good overall. If you do cook meat, you're going to get grease splatter. Just be aware of that.
And then there's extra storage up here. So a good amount of storage. I mean, for 2 people, this was great. 4, this would be intense.
Yeah.
But you could do it. You sleep 2 here, 2 up top, but maybe little children. And that's our review for the California, or the VW California Ocean Edition, rented via Indie Camper. So we're gonna go return it now. We'll let you know how that goes. Hopefully better than the pickup. So we're here in the hotel, and we made it, the Indie Camper. We returned it. Just giving you an update. It seemed like there was another individual. I talked to him. He was going through the same thing that I had, but his roof opened up on the freeway only like 8 kilometers away. And so he had been all day, or at least for a few hours, trying to get a new camper, trying to get it fixed, situated. And it was just a headache because the call center is in another country, and it's just local young people working it through an app, and it was just not working good. And so he was challenged, and we were challenged when we picked it up. So make sure you run through. I hope this video helped you guys out. We're gonna go to Venice and have dinner, have a time. It's our last night in Italy, and they're having a special ceremony. Christy, what is it called?
Festival of the Redeemer.
Festival of the Redeemer. You look nice.
Thank you.
So, praise God, Festival of the Redeemer. I guess it's one night a year to celebrate them making it through
The Black Plague.
like a Black Plague, something
That happened in the 1500s.
that happened in the 1500s, something catastrophic. And so they do a big celebration, and they do a fireworks show. It should be over an hour. So check out that video of our Venice adventure. God bless you. We'll see you next time on Kingdom Adventures.